Judy Gatson graduated from Indiana University, Purdue University, and landed her first broadcasting job as a reporter in Columbia, South Carolina for WIS News Radio 1320 AM in 1995.
I needed an internship in order to graduate, and that internship ended up being in television broadcasting, something I had never done before, something I had never considered, but one thing led to the other thing, and it ended up being my true calling in life and a job that I have just loved for all these years.
She soon moved into a career at WIS TV. During her tenure at WIS, Gatson has worked as a general assignment television reporter, weekend anchor, and anchor of WIS Sunrise. As anchor of WIS News at 5 and 6 p.m., Gatson reports on and anchors some of the biggest stories around the state. An award-winning journalist on topics ranging from education to consumer issues, Gatson has moderated statewide gubernatorial debates and interviewed influential politicians and newsmakers. Among her many honors and awards, Gatson has been named Anchor of the Year by the South Carolina Broadcasters Association, Military Advocate of the Year by the Columbia Chamber of Commerce for her work with the station's Year of the Veteran series and her support of South Carolina's military community, Anchor of the Year by the KISS 103.1 FM Columbia Neighborhood Awards, Reporter of the Year by the National Alliance on Mental Health South Carolina, Champion for Children of Healthy Learners, and Outstanding Professional in Support of Philanthropy by the Association of Fundraising Professionals South Carolina, Central Carolina Chapter.
When I first moved here and had dreams of starting a career in broadcast journalism, the only person I saw on television who looked like me was Carolyn Sawyer. And when I saw her on television and finally had the opportunity to meet her, she embraced me with open arms and really taught me, mentored me about what it meant to be a journalist, about it was so much more, especially broadcast journalism, than just your appearance on TV. And so when I look at my role, kind of following in her footsteps and giving back to our community, especially the African American community, I really see my responsibility as making sure that all voices are heard.
As co-anchor of WIS News at 6, Gatson has been recognized with numerous nominations for her anchoring and reporting and has won 5 Emmy Awards for Best Newscast. Gatson's heavy involvement in the community includes serving on the boards of Healthy Learners, Palmetto Center for Women, and United Way's Palmetto Society. She also speaks at many schools and community events and enjoys making regular visits to mentor teenage girls in the transition program at the Department of Juvenile Justice. Gatson is married to Dwayne Gatson, who served 22 years in the military and retired as a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. They have 2 sons, Aiden Cash and Nicholas Jacks. The Gatsons are active members of Brooklyn Baptist Church.
I hope that that's my impact, to set that example of really being authentic and caring about the community, not just certain voices, but making sure that everybody has a seat at the table and that that's reflected in our coverage, but also in the things that we say and do.